Atmosphere. This is my favorite one. So you want me to like sing the lyrics to the song?
Sing the lyrics.
Yo, turn this up a little bit. Just
I'm giving you a special episode in Albany, New York with Witches, but it's spelled with 2 V's. He confused the shit out of me.
2 V's.
Confused the hell out of me. I didn't know it was 2 V's. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna tell you my age on that one. I didn't get it. But when you told me it was fire.
Thank you.
It was fire. So I want to shout out my boy at Rex Corollas, engineer extraordinaire, my boy Rex Corollas. I want to shout out Quantavalin, OG_Frank. They're not here in New York with me. I came down to visit my boy. He graduated. I'm gonna put some of that in the video as well. And shout out my boy LFR family. Thank you for rolling with us during this time. And where can we find you at? All your social media plugins.
Right now I have one album.
And hand me that if you want to get that out your way. You got one album.
I got one album. It's called Beautiful Chaos. It came out on Halloween, and you can find that on SoundCloud, Spotify, and Apple Music. But I do have a few singles and mini projects that are on SoundCloud and some older stuff.
Okay. So you're on Spotify. Where can we find you? What name on Instagram? You're on Instagram as well. It's at
Witches.
Spell that hard so they could spell
VVITCHES with an underscore at the end.
Say it one more time.
VVITCHES underscore.
So he got me because the V's represent a W when they're together. What made you choose that name?
Well, have you ever seen the movie The Witch?
Nah.
Alright, so it's about the witches of Salem, and it's on Netflix.
Okay.
And actually before the letter W was created, when writing, people would just put 2 V's together to symbolize it until it actually became a W.
I want to say I knew that. I remember that from teachings that I got of old. Okay, so you kind of threw that in there. Would you say living out here in this area, Albany, gave you that kind of that thought process to create that way?
I wouldn't say that. I chose the name more so because, I love horror movies.
Okay.
It's something I used to be really scared of. Just anything paranormal or scary. But over a good amount of time, I became just desensitized to all that stuff.
Scary movies.
Yeah, and then I actually started embracing it. And I have some hints of it in my music, whether it be from the use of reverb to induce a little bit of eeriness or whatever it may be. But
you use some kind of scary sound or something in there.
Yeah, something you're not used to hearing right away.
Okay. So do you like Marilyn Manson, people like that?
There's a few people I'd like to say I respect more than actually enjoy their music, just for the sole purpose of the way they're expressing themselves. Mm-hmm. Like Marilyn Manson, there's a few songs of him that I enjoy, but for the most part, he's like an icon to a lot of people.
We're speaking about how your music is influenced by horror movies.
Horror movies, anything eerie, just basically stuff we don't really understand, because that's where I feel like you could pull a lot of creativity from that imagination, since we truly don't know everything that's out there. We can kind of create ways to cope with that fact instead of being scared or having fear set behind it. If you start to embrace it, it becomes way less scary.
Yeah. I'm not a scary movie guy, I'm gonna tell you, because they don't scare me. I feel like it's like, dang, you trying to just gross me out.
Yeah, basically.
If you try to gross me out, you succeeded. It's just gross. But is it scary? Man, let me tell you, I catch one of them guys, something like, boy, it's gonna be a fight. For me, it's not gonna be an easy battle, let me tell you that.
Yeah, I'm not just about to let, I don't care. You could have 2 hatchets, you could have a hook on your hand.
Hey, you stupid if you ain't come with a gun, that's all I'm telling you. You came with hatchets and hooks, I'm gonna hack it, I'm gonna take that.
I don't even have to be famous, as long as I can make music comfortably. That's basically where my mindset is at. Yeah.
You just want to be able to make music full time. Well, that slightly make you a little famous. I'm gonna tell you that, because I do have some peers of mine that do make music full time, but they're not the traditional sense of fame. But a lot of people know them so they could eat. So you kind of gotta have a little of that. So, what influenced you to make music? What made you go, this is what I love to do?
Well, I used to be really chubby growing up, so I wasn't getting no attention from any females, and sometimes people's direct attitude towards me would just be like malicious or like crude intent, just because of how I looked physically. So I spent a lot of time amongst myself. I read almost every day. I drew, I wrote, and that was just basically my life for up until 8th grade year and beyond. And I began to lose all that weight, and I just had all these skills, and I understood myself, and I understood what I wanted from life, just like even in middle school. So it allowed me to see past the bullshit of today when, you got distractions, like other people or people saying stuff about you. If you know what you hold true and what you hold dear, anything else anyone ever says to you, it becomes like irrelevant.
100%, man. I love that. I love that a lot, man. I love that a lot. I like that you knew that, you know that, you figured that out. So in regards to COVID-19 and dealing with COVID-19, how have you been bearing this whole COVID-19 quarantine and all that? How have you fared? What have you been up to?
Actually, when COVID hit last year, I used that to start producing with my group of friends. At first, we knew of each other through a mutual friend, but we quickly created a very intense bond with each other, having studio sessions up to 13 hours a day, back to back. And yeah, from about I want to say late April up until September, we just cultivated my first album. And I got to thank all those guys, Matt, Liam, Andrew. They were just there. Addy, of course. They helped me a lot. And
Matt, Liam, Andrew, Addy. You got to thank those people. Who else was there? Matt, Liam, Andrew, Addy.
Jerome, too.
Jerome.
Yeah.
Rome.
My boy in the military.
Okay.
But no, we just spent a lot of time getting better as artists.
So they're all the artists as well, or you just the artist and they just chill with you, produce? What's their roles?
Matt he's a piano player and a producer. He's a producer for this group that's fairly well known up here, the Glockstar group, and he just he's an amazing producer.
The Glockstar group. I have that name.
Liam, he raps. He's been picking up more of a bass too. I've seen him, and yeah, we've literally sat with each other in the room, smoking, playing beats. He will rap for 5 straight beats, let it sit for 2 minutes, and then come back to a rap on 6 more. Addy has an incredible flow. We've made a few songs, just some nice catchy shit.
Dope.
But no, those are all my guys. And Andrew, he doesn't really record, but that's our boy.
Okay. He's there.
Yeah, he's there.
Motivation.
Yeah.
That's
Put him
fire.
like 13-hour stretches.
That's fire. I wonder if I could park back here. I think I'm gonna just park on the main strip. Across the street. Okay. It's always good to have a group of friends. So would you say that they help mature and nurture your sound? Because I remember when you first started to here, we came a long way. And I feel like where you're at right now is pretty dope.
Thank you. But no, they most definitely help crafting my sound. Like, just working with each other and having new ears other than my own to listen to, the stuff we make, it's incredible. And it's even better because they're really open-minded, they're not like control freaks. We just kind of all add our little bit to this big thing that we're all putting towards.
Word. I like it. I feel like it got like a punk vibe. It got a alternative vibe. You got a hip hop vibe. It's all of that to me in your music, and I really enjoy it. I'm happy you found your own flow.
Thank you.
Found your own flow. So, what are the next steps?
Next steps, go down to Maryland.
You're coming out of the MD. All right.
Get this education and put myself in a position so that I can be able to make music full time and be comfortable at the same time.
Word. I think you're gonna be able to do it. Well, right now, man, guys, we're gonna take a quick, brief break. We're gonna go check out some food. I'm chilling with my boy Witches. Right now, I'm gonna play a short song right here. You played me Atmosphere.
Yeah, that was the first song on the debut album.
Atmosphere is gonna be playing right after this, right here, this break. So check out Atmosphere. What? I already know what got you to make that song, but you can tell us. Because the person told me.
The person did tell you. I wrote this song for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it can be really hard for me to express myself through words, so I feel as if through art or through music or even writing, I can better articulate just how I'm feeling. And, I owe it to those people that I love, and I owe it to those people that I care for.
So Atmosphere.
Atmosphere.
It's for that person. You know who you are. Check it out, y'all. Peace.
So you want me to sing the lyrics to the song?
Sing the lyrics.
Yeah, turn this up a little bit.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to All Gas No Breaks podcast and subscribing and listening and sharing, all that good stuff. Right now, I just want to take a quick pause to shout out our sponsor, District Professional Cleaning Services, for this episode. District Professional Cleaning Services, these are good young folks. They've been out since 2012. They're professional cleaning specialists out in the Washington, D.C. metro area, specifically the D.C. metro area. Contact these good young folk here. They are specialists in addressing this COVID-19, keeping your house clean and disinfected, your standard home cleaning, and, deep cleans. They handle your move in and outs, cleanings, estate cleanings, and they also do same day trash and junk hauling, believe it or not, same day. Check these guys out. Their phone number is 202-521-4234. Once again, 202-521-4234. Their number will be right down there. Contact these guys. Get the house clean. Keep everything clean and disinfected. Keep listening to All Gas, No Breaks. And if you want to follow these guys online, they're on Instagram. Their Instagram is DPCS_cleaning. Once again, DPCS_cleaning. District Professional Cleaning Services. They state that they are affordable and reasonable, and they're going to work with you. Reach out to them. Keep tuning in. Peace. So, back here again, my boy, witches, plural. Right?
Witches.
Plural. Yeah. So, what's your cultural background?
Panamanian, just
African American. Do you think you incorporate that into your music?
I try not to, just because I don't want my music to be held by any boundaries.
Okay.
You know, so it's like whatever I seem to make and whatever I seem to cultivate, that's just, you know, coming from me, and then in that state of just, you know, stream of consciousness. So I try not to impose too much just on dealing with just like my background and my sound.
Okay. So Panamanian, African American. You're not trying to incorporate that too much into your music, but one day. But I heard a track though. You kind of had like I felt like it had like a salsa vibe, a Caribbean vibe to it though, and you freaked that joint though.
It sounds good. Like I'm not gonna not choose it just because, you know, it's like my background. If it sounds good, I'm gonna put it out there. And there's a ton of like Hispanic bass sounds and like samples that I run into that I really mess with, even if it's like maracas or it's some sort of like Spanish guitar.
Okay. So what does your work aim to say? Like, what are you saying with your music?
Well, my music, for me, it represents like stabs in time. They serve as reminders of a feeling, a memory, a specific moment. So both good and bad, you know, it's just what I seem to be feeling at that time or what I'm going through mentally. And if it's bad, when I get through it, it's really good to look back at it and to see like exactly just how I was feeling and exactly what I overcame in that moment. If it's good, it could be nice to just go back and reminisce.
You like sports?
I love sports.
What's your favorite sport?
Basketball.
What you think about the playoffs right now?
Playoffs.
Who you rooting for?
LeBron.
You rooting for LeBron? I think LeBron getting it, man. You think LeBron getting it?
LeBron is out right now.
He's out.
They're not in the playoffs no more.
Oh, they got taken out, right?
Yeah,
I thought so, right? The Suns took him out.
Yeah. Chris Paul getting his.
Well, he lost Anthony. I mean, Anthony Davis went down again.
Yeah.
I think Anthony Davis is injury prone, man.
He is very injury prone, and it wasn't even like this like 2 years ago.
Nah, he was hurt on the Pelicans, remember?
What was he hurt with?
I think he hurt his ankle or his leg or something. He always hurt for some reason.
Yeah.
I feel like he's always hurt. You know I love basketball too, so I have to ask you that question. So who gonna get it now? So LeBron not getting it. Who you got?
Philly looking scary.
Philly looks scary.
Philly looking scary.
Embiid is a beast.
Yeah. And you got Ben Simmons too. Seth Curry,
he playing, yeah.
He gonna get his. His brother not in the playoffs either, so.
Yeah. I mean, everybody got their time. You know, hope LeBron bounce back from it. Hopefully he get another star on this team, but that doesn't get hurt. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
This guy keeps getting hurt. All right. I went off topic for a little bit because I know you like ball, and we balled yesterday, so I have to ask you about that. Next question for you is, do you put like politics in your music? Do you comment on politics in your music? Do you try to touch on that or social issues?
I try and do it to the point that it's still digestible to the audience, and it's not overbearing, and it doesn't cause like a sense of stress, because I know how stressful just politics in general can be, and I know people have their different opinions on different things, but one thing I wanted my music to do is actually unite people and not drive them apart. So
yes or no?
Kinda.
Yeah.
If I feel strongly about an issue or like a social cause, then I will most definitely incorporate it into my music. But I don't, that's like not the aim like every single time.
Do you have a song you could say you felt like it was socially or politically written for? Do you have a song like that?
I'm trying to think. It's this one demo song that I have. It's really old though, and it was just basically about accepting people for who they are, skin color, sexual preference. Just let everyone be.
Yeah. So you touched on it already in some of your music.
Yeah.
So who are your biggest influences? Your top 3 influences, and why?
My top 3 influences.
In any realm in life. Don't gotta be musically.
Gotcha. I would say.
And they don't gotta be superstars either.
Yeah.
Put that out there too.
Peter Steele from Type O Negative. He's just like 7. He's like almost 7 foot. He was the lead singer for this band, but he passed away a couple years ago. But he left an incredible legacy and just like a solid fan base to follow. And he, the reason I love Peter Steele and his music is because one of his albums were just a reflection of his love for nature and just being outside. And I was watching an interview with him, and he was basically, he always had this dream of creating like this glass extension to like a house like in the forest, so that he could experience like being in the snow without physically being out in the snow. So stuff like that. Peter Steele. Who else? I would have to say Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I appreciate his content. He just even when he was on Fear Factor, like I was really messing with him, because like that just brings back like a whole flood of memories from when I was younger and stuff like that. And it kind of feels good because I kind of feel like I evolved with him, alongside the way, because I remember being young and then just watching him be like talk show host or whatever, but now I like see a completely different side of him that also resonates with me. So it just feels good to just have that understanding, even if I don't like personally know him or anything.
Yeah, so that's funny you say that, because I like Joe Rogan. He influences me in the podcast.
Yeah, like I'm not saying like a complete, because in all honesty, I don't really like look up to a lot of people other than myself, just because I know everything that I'm capable of doing, and like I'm fully sound within myself. So, and I'm also just trying not to recycle a sound. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to formulate who I am in the best way possible, and like just fully me. But if I were to choose one more person, it would have to be Edgar Allan Poe.
Okay.
I love his works ever since I was a little kid. Or
dark. He's very dark, without being grotesque.
Yeah, or H.P. Lovecraft, even though he was a little racist.
Like, what was your favorite episode, favorite scene?
Rats in the Wall.
Rats in the Wall. What was that?
It was basically so this guy, he lived with like his cat, and wildly racist cat name. The cat's name was Nigger Cat.
Okay.
But he had this black cat, and he was. It kind of reminded me of the story of Edgar Allan Poe, Telltale Heart.
Okay.
He thought he was hearing like rats in the wall, and it would just like grow like with each day, just like hearing the rats in the wall, and it would like drop him to insanity. Until one day he just completely went insane.
He thought he had rats in the wall.
Yeah, he thought he had rats in the wall.
But but you watch that show Lovecraft Country?
Oh no, not Lovecraft Country.
Oh, okay, not that. So,
No, it was
okay.
there was a show where it just like compiled like a bunch of his poems and stuff like that, and they like make it into like a monumentary.
Oh, okay, so I got it confused. There's a show on, I want to say it's HBO.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Lovecraft Country. Have you seen that?
I've heard of it.
Oh man, if you like horror, and I'm not even a horror guy, like I would tell you, that show was really good without being grotesque, and it was gross though. That's something they were doing. Check it out. You're gonna dig it. Check it out. Am I going too far? Am I going the right way? I'm going to Arbor Park.
Yeah.
He's telling me it's down this way.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Telling me this way. Okay, so we know why. You got your top three. Back to the Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, I was going to agree with you because, like, you know what? He is an influencer. He influenced me in this podcast game. I love that he interviews anyone, you know, and that's kind of what I took on with this show was like, yo, I'm interviewing people that are just doing shit. You know what I mean? Y'all are we just trying to do something and, yeah, let's make it happen. So how have you been developing your career?
Well, actually, what I'll do is like every few months or so, I'll go to like a Google Doc and then I'll put bulletins down of things that'll help me just cultivate my sound. So the last one I can remember is I wanted to get into more shoegaze. So shoegaze is basically it was kind of a short-lived era, but it took place in the 90s, like mid-90s to early 2000s. And it was basically the use of guitar pedals.
Okay.
And you would morph the sound so much that it would sound like a completely different thing than what it originally was. And it was just like the blending of sounds and like morphing the sounds together to compile into the, this one big piece.
Shoegaze.
Yeah, and they call it shoegaze because the musicians would look down at the pedal or like their shoes while they played.
Shoegaze. So you play instruments. What instruments is it that you play?
The guitar, the bass, the ukulele, the violin, the viola, and the harmonica.
And you're incorporating all these instruments in your music?
The one I have yet to incorporate is the viola and the harmonica.
The viola and harmonica.
I use the violin sample in one song though.
Okay. You're really gonna put some more electric guitar in your music. You gonna plan on doing that anytime soon?
As soon as I get my electric guitar fixed.
Is this the part?
No. Yes, you go down.
Okay. Cool.
But I showed you that red and black axe that was in my room.
That shit was beautiful.
Yeah, I have the input I have to get fixed, but it's fairly easy to fix. It's just like talking to me.
You got to tell me where we at then. Where we going?
Right here, right?
That's the part?
Yeah.
In regards to marketing your music and, seeking opportunities to play your music, how you doing that?
I'm not doing much of that right now. I just, just getting out of school and stuff like that. I just want to really make sure I'm sound in my music so that when the opportunity arises, I won't even think second thoughts about it, and I'll just have full control of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna get to the point where I could, I could be intoxicated and still play well.
Beautiful. Not even know it, just second nature.
Yeah, like muscle memory.
And they might even be better because you're not thinking about it.
Yeah, you're just in the flow of things. When you're not thinking too hard about something, you just allow yourself to do it.
Yeah,
it's a way better feeling.
How have you been cultivating your fan base? And what does your fan base look like? Can you tell what they look like?
Yeah, I've seen. So basically, when you put music on Spotify or Apple Music, there's also another app which is like
Spotify artist app.
Yeah, and then they show you the demographics for it and stuff like that. So most of my stuff is just like in this area. I do have some just like consistent listeners in like Connecticut.
Okay.
There was on my SoundCloud, there was a few people in like Hong Kong, but that just probably randomly just pops up for some reason.
Because they randomly just been like, I need to hear something new, and I'm gonna try this out. So right now you say the majority of your fan base is coming from here, Connecticut. Are they African American, Caucasian?
It's a nice mix. It's like almost a complete split between just like black and white.
Male, female?
Mostly females.
Mostly female?
Yeah.
Good job. Good job. What age?
I want to say like mid-20s.
Ah, look at that. Good job, man. You do have that love music vibe. Like even the stuff when you're spitting that hard shit, it feels still like it's romantic.
Yeah.
Is that purposeful? Are you the purpose? You do it on purpose?
Sometimes I do that on purpose because, I've had a lot of shit happen between me and some females, and it's just the way that I express it is the way that I remember it. And some people think like I make a song and that just so happens to be like what's really on my mind at the time, but no, it just may be like I'm thinking about shit and I'm revisiting the thought, and then I'm like, I could really put this together in a better way so that I could just look back and understand it better. Because like 2 years, 3 years from now, all the memories that I currently have, they're gonna get fuzzy. But you got this song, it stands the test of time, and then it'll trigger something in your head, so you completely remember just how stuff was.
Okay. Then if you could tell your fans something right now, what's the one thing you'll tell your fan base right now? If you could tell them something right now.
To
anything. You want to tell your fan base something. They never got to hear from you in, an interview ever before. But now you have this opportunity to tell your fan base something. What would you tell them?
To live on their own accord. No matter how hard it may be, how stressful something you may want can get. At the end of the day, this life is too short to, be halted in fear or just halted in self-doubt. Just really believe in yourself, and you could accomplish whatever you have your mind set on.
Perfect, man. Well, tell the people where we can find you. Crashing.
Yeah, okay.
Crashing, yeah. So tell us where we can find you, your Instagram, your Facebook pages, any of your social media. Where can we find you?
You can find me on Spotify, Apple Music, and SoundCloud under Witches. You can find me on Instagram as Witches, VVITCHES with an underscore. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay. All right, man. Super Saiyan Santi, All Gas, No Breaks podcast. We about to hit to this park real quick. Yo, shout out to Quana Diva Volin. Shout out to OG Frank. Shout out to Rex Carolus. Check out Witches. The music is fire. I'm putting you guys on to some new shit right here. You're gonna thank me. You're gonna love me because it's something I guarantee you haven't heard, and it got that nice bounce, and you can sing to it too. It's like you're sing-songing, rapping almost, then you're rapping, then it got a nice melody. I like it. I love the music. I can't wait to hear more. My family and I, my wife and I dig it, and we're proud of you. Happy graduation. Keep killing, keep winning. Super Saiyan Santi.
All the spaces in between, and I don't need words just to tell what that means. Dead of the night, you are not who you seem, and you've got ghost eyes and sharp edges on your teeth. Looked in your eyes and I saw time bend. It's a pretty long time, doesn't mean it'll mend. We make amends, but you do it again. Why you take my energy, girl, you got me spent. Where we stand, there's a space between, with the line in the middle so our sides won't meet. Down, 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 down. I've seen all the spaces in between, and you know I don't need words just to tell what that means. Dead of the night, you are not who you seem, and you've got ghost eyes and sharp edges on your teeth. Looked in your eyes and I saw time bend. It's a pretty long time, doesn't mean it'll mend. We make amends, but you do it again. Why you take my energy, girl, you got me spent. What you do